What's up, people? We are good to go. We are good to go. Gonna get the community voice rolled out. You know the drill. You know the drill. Bear with. That is up. Okay. Where we at? Studio tab. We're good. Where are my chats at? Where's my chat at? If it wants to load for me today, that would be swell. Come on. There we go. Live chat. Daz, my man. Yeah, I knew this was gonna come up straight off the bat. Yeah, I'll get into that in a minute. I'm gonna wait until some people trickle in. Specky, I see you, brother. But I'm not gonna spend too long on it. Clover shit knockout, yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, I'll briefly touch on that, but later. In a little bit. I'm more, to be honest with you, I say I'm more interested. I mean, the Canelo Crawford card is actually interesting. And I did not know that Molly McCann was fighting on it. I had no idea. Molly McCann is boxing. I knew she was getting into boxing, and I knew she got signed to, I want to say she got signed to Matchroom or something like that. But I don't know. But I didn't know she was fighting on Saturday, which is interesting. Wait, isn't she? No, she's not. Now I'm tripping. I swear I saw saying, okay, maybe I'm completely wrong. When is she fighting? She's boxing on... Oh, she is boxing on Saturday, but I don't think it's not on the Canelo Crawford card. Oh, on Crawford versus Donovan. Okay. I didn't know that. There you go. Well, she's still making a debut, just not on a big card like that. I was wrong. I'm interested to see that because she's always had good hands. You know, in terms of like when she was in her UFC career, she had good boxing, but I think she just struggled because of her build. It wasn't suitable for MMA. She was like, she had quite just short limbs in general, which does not work in MMA. And to be honest, it's not that great in boxing, but she had good power. So I think, I don't know. I'm interested to see. But Canelo Crawford is the first boxing match in a while where I've been like fucking hyped for. I've been really, really, really excited for. So I'm going to move that a little bit. Yeah, I'm very excited. Looking forward to it. I'm assuming most of you are too. Of course, with the UFC White House card, which seems to be getting development. I saw Dana White say earlier that it's going to have like a 6,000 person crowd, which is not good. Not good. Hey, Specky, that's mean, bro. That's mean. That's mean, man. She had like a 60-inch reach. Yeah, it's not good for boxing either, to be fair. But she does good with what she has in terms of her frame. So I think she might have some success. She's just getting on a bit though. It might be too late. I mean, maybe she's trying to get that bag. I don't know. But I recorded some cool shit for the Games channel today. I recorded 3 videos. I'm gonna edit a DayZ one tomorrow probably, and then I might record some more. I've got a lot to do, so I've done what did I record? I've kind of even forgotten now. Fuck it. I've recorded one on Sekiro, which I did last. I did one on sort of being bored around games, like sort of game fatigue, if you will. That's just a general topic, and I did one on Halo. So yeah, all 3 were really fun to do. My God, DayZ. Yeah, I recorded the DayZ one last week. I just haven't edited it yet. And I've been playing it a lot recently, so I thought, fuck it, why not? It'll be interesting. So that'll be all coming tomorrow and next week. So lots of cool shit coming there. And I'm also on TikTok, so if you want clip format versions, I'm on there, man. Speaking of that, there should be one that just went out today. That just went out. So we'll see. It did. It literally just got posted. We'll see how that goes. Like the stream, you know it, bro. Steve, what's up, my boy? How are you, my man? Did you see DayZ the game? Yes, I did, man. I did say DayZ the game. I've been playing a lot recently, just getting back into it. I've been playing that game for a long time, man, since early access, like 10 years ago. Maybe even longer. I think it was longer. Long time, either way. Yeah. It's a very polarizing game, I'll put it that way. It's shit, but also very good in a lot of ways. But you'll see my thoughts in the video. I think I put an interesting take on it. But I don't know. I think Crawford is more skilled, but Canelo is too big. I think that's exactly my feelings as well. I think Crawford is a lot more skilled than Canelo. But yeah, I agree. I think the weight jump is going to be a lot. I think that's just going to be tough. I think in boxing it really, really matters. It really does. So we'll see. I'd like Crawford to win though. I like him. Cobra Channel, what's that? Canelo survived Triple G's best shots, yeah. And Bill's, yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying. I think he'll be able to take Crawford's shots because he's heavier. Graphics aren't Barnes over that mod's come out. Daisy 2.0. There's a mod for it. Yeah, the graphics aren't great. Like, it's a very janky game, but it's some of its design philosophies I actually really like. That's why I'm a fan of it. Is it a Daisy 2.0? Because obviously it started as a mod. I can't find which one you're talking about. Oh, someone made Daisy an Armory Forger. Fuck it, I might just play that. Oh, is Armory Forger any good? I like Armor 3. Damn, this looks good. Low-key want to get back into Armor, you know. Armor's a fire-ass game. It's a fire-ass game. And to be fair, Daisy really ushered in that inventory system, if I'm not mistaken, right? I could be wrong. I think maybe Armor 2 had that. I don't know, but Daisy channel on YouTube? I'll have a look, man. Oh, the Cobra channel? Okay, I'll have a look. Oh, shit. This guy reminds me of, like, Frankie on PC. Anyone used to watch that guy. Crazy. Oh, yeah, he 100% used to is inspired by Frankie on PC. Yeah, 100%. Frankie on PC in 1080p. That's an OG of the YouTube game. People Silver Lopez. I like Lopez. I want Lopez to win. I'm more of a fan of Lopez. I think skill set wise, they're so closely matched. I think someone's getting finished either way. I'll put it that much. I think when you have two guys who are so front-footed like that, have that much power, and will just swing, someone's going out. It's not really rocket science. Sometimes those two things cancel each other out. I remember Gaethje Chandler being a good example of that, UFC 268. But I think Diego Lopez might get it done. Honestly, I can't tell you, man. Put it this way, it's not a fight I'm betting on in any, by any stretch. I don't want to at all. I think the odds are, I mean, let me have a look. Let me see if there's a nice ACCA on, or accumulator on /parlay for the Americans on UFC Noche. Daisy's go, though, not gonna love getting cussed out on there. Yeah. Are you watching Fresh Fawns? Is that a channel, or are you just saying what I should be doing, watching Fresh Fawns? I think John is way more technically skilled striker, and that'll win in the fight. I agree, but Lopez drags you to that level, to that dogfight. He did it against Volk very well. Volk did Volk fought like a champions do. That's why he won that fight. It was very difficult for him, and that's not just because he's older and not as much of in his prime as he was, which is the case. It's also because Lopez was very good at dragging him into a dogfight when he probably didn't want to be. We know exactly what kind of fight Volk liked. It's a technical exchange. It's systematically dismantling your opponent, and Lopez rips that playbook up. So that's why he's so successful. I'm gonna look. What have we got? MMA. Talk to me. Bet365. Is there anything on the UFC Noche? Is this the UFC Fight Night? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Damn, Lopez is got quite low odds to win. There might be some money there. I like that as an ACCA. Rob Font's a favorite against David Martinez. Are we crazy? Sorry. Why is David... Nah, tell me I'm wrong, right? Am I crazy? Should Rob Font... Am I missing something? Rob Font, a favorite over Jonathan Martinez. Oh, wait, no, David Martinez. Hang on, wait, who's David Martinez? Not fucking Cyberpunk character, no. I was tripping. I thought it was Jonathan Martinez there. I was like, who the fuck is that? David Martinez, who is this guy? He looked at Simon Oliveira, who I don't even remember, on I mean, he's got a good record. Again, not against the most credible competition, and Rob Font's pretty legit. Anyone know much on this guy? I was about to say, yeah, Rob Font is getting on. He's got a lot of damage on him. And he's also old. He's 38. Bro, I'm picking this other guy. It's not even the Martinez I thought, but I'm still might pick him anyway. Jared Gordon's in there. Alexander Hernandez. He's coming off a nice win, isn't he? Yo, that's a crazy treble. That's a crazy treble. I might be on that. These odds are nuts. What were we saying? Alexander Hernandez. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna get it up on Let me get up on here. This is a pretty fucking crazy card. Like odds wise. Look at this shit. Okay, on here the odds aren't as wide. On my betting app, they're way wider. Hang on, wait. Let me get my stream chat back up so I can actually see you while I do this. There we go. And it's gone again. Hang on. There we go. What's up, JVD? I see you, brother. I see you. I got you, bro. No sweat. No sweat. Am I insane with this? Like, Hernandez I like against Diego Ferreira. I think that's a good pick. I mean, should these odds be this close? Should they? I mean, on mine, Rob Font's a favorite, so I think the betting line is a bit skewed here. I like it, man. What do you think? What do you think? Fuck. David Martinez, Diego Lopez, Alexander Hernandez as a treble is 11-1. That's pretty fucking good, no? You don't think so? I mean, wait, on here, Diego Lopez is a favorite. This makes no sense. These odds are wild. On here, on the UFC's websites, I don't know where they get these odds from. Diego Lopez is a big favorite. On here, he's a big underdog. Crazy. JVD, I've got Lopez, but not with any sense of conviction, to be honest with you. The odds should be pretty close, in my opinion. And I don't know why Rob Font is evens to win this fight when he's 38 years of age. And how many fights has he lost in a row now? Let's have a look. I mean, oh, he's all of 2 wins? What the fuck am I missing, bro? I swear he was on a massive loss streak, no? 1, 2. I'm tripping. I thought he'd lost loads in a row. Huh. Man, I'm such a casual these days. Havana, what's up, my boy? How you doing? Font was half decent, but he's older now and in a lower weight class. Yes, that's right. He's moved down to bantamweight, hasn't he? I mean, this David Martinez guy... I mean, he's got 1 win in the UFC. Canelo or Crawford? I've got Canelo, but I want Crawford to win. So I hope I'm wrong with that prediction. I'm just going to look at what other people are saying. What the... I think there's money to be made on this card, no? Like, my odds are wildly the other way on my app, so I might put some money down. I don't bet that often, but I might send it as a Diego Lopez... Even as a double, that's pretty solid. Shit. I like that. I'm gonna put a tenner on that. £60 return. We'll see. We'll see, man. I don't know. I'm not a betting man typically, but I like that. Diego Lopez he's a favorite here, but he's an underdog on mine. Again, these odds might change though. I feel like they haven't been updated. This can't be right. This cannot be right, surely. Okay, well, whatever. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. I've still got this nasty ass blemish on my cheek. It will not go away. I'm a perfectionist. You think there'll be a retaliation for Charlie Kirk? Yeah, you're right. We were gonna talk about this. Listen, I didn't like the guy. I disagreed with 99.9% of everything. I mean, pretty much everything. I mean, put it this way. I can't think of anything I did agree with him on. I think he was extreme in a lot of his views, particularly on abortion and shit. I think he was very extreme in that regard on some of them. But I don't think he ever had ill intent with anything he was saying. I think that's a big point. You know, I don't know. I don't know. And the sad thing is, like, he shouldn't have died. Is my point. He shouldn't have been fucking killed. And that video is fucked, man. I've seen it. It's not good. Um, don't watch it if you haven't. It's not good. It's pretty grim. And obviously he's got a wife and kids, man. It sucks. Yeah, not a nice thing. Put it that way. Yeah, that's it. I didn't want to say it. He wasn't a good person in my eyes and in a lot of people's eyes, but he doesn't that doesn't mean he deserves to be shot for his views. So otherwise, because if you allow stuff like that to happen, or you encourage it, or you let that pass, then there is no, what kind of society do we have? So like, you don't have society at that point. You have to make peace with that, you know. Like, he might have been not a good person, doesn't mean he deserved to be shot. And it is pretty grim. So, I mean, they're still hunting the guy, which is pretty nuts. I mean, yeah, they got 100 grand reward for him for any information. It's crazy, man. It's fucking nuts. Crazy. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about it, but it's America's not in a good place right now. I mean, neither is much of the world, I'll put it that way, but it's not going to help things, It's not going to solve any problems. It's just going to push people further apart from each other and make people more angry, you know? It doesn't really matter what the motive of the guy was. All the actor's going to do is make the left more angry at the right and the right more angry at the left. And I might sit on the left, but I'm telling you that that's what's going to happen. You're going to have people pointing fingers at the other side, saying it's their fault and this fault and this, that, and the other, and it's like, doesn't solve anyone. Yeah, Explorer, I'm with you, man. I think the reason it's so chilling is because the guy is he's been so like prevalent on the internet. His mannerisms, his actions, his movements, him as a person is all online. It's very, very prevalent. So to see him literally being I don't want to say the right, like, to see him just being taken out like that, for lack of a better term, though there probably is one. It's pretty chilling. It's quite weird, right? So that's, yeah, it was quite chilling to watch. And I literally record. You're right. I'm the same as you. Like, motherfuckers back in school would just open their laptop and show you gore, without you asking for it. So I've seen some fucked up shit. A lot of people have. But I think there's something just deeply human about it and real, and it's just grim. That's what makes it grim, right? So it was quite weird. I recoiled watching it, and I just felt a bit like, I was kind of sick to my stomach afterwards. Like, when I found out he died, I was like, fuck. So yeah, not great, man. Daz, I agree. I agree. You're gonna get people who justify it, which I think is ridiculous, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, I mean, you can disagree with what he had to say. You can not like the guy, even hate the guy. Doesn't mean that's the right thing to go about it. Yeah, exactly, Specky. Like, not knowing him in a good way, obviously. Like, I don't like the guy. But yeah, you're familiar with him. It's weird. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, bro, how old are you, brother? You can't be looking at that. Yeah, it's grim. Not nice, but shows you how fucking fragile fucking this shit is, man. We ain't got long. Could be over like that. Can be over like that. You're not spared, bro. It doesn't matter how famous or recognizable you are. You're not safe, bro. You're not spared. Yeah, I mean, I don't go looking for it. If you saw the close-up one, man, it's grim. It's not nice. I can only hope he wasn't in much pain at the very least. Do you know what I mean? You're 24? You want to your mom? You're not? Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? I don't blame you, actually. It is grim, bro. It's grim. Yeah. Fucked up shit, man. And the thing is, I mean, already people in the MMA space coming out about it, and you know what it's like, man. But I can't. I think Sean Strickland, of all people, I actually agreed with something Sean Strickland said the other day, which is not really a hot take or anything, but he said that we've all just become so desensitized to this shit, and he's not wrong. And he said it's fucked up that we desensitized to this shit, and I agree with him, which is so crazy. You know, broken clock. It's right twice a day. Ivar, welcome back, brother. Turtles, my man. How you doing, guys? How you guys doing? Good to see you again. We're just talking about all the shit that went down yesterday evening, which I feel like I don't even need to explain if you missed the context, because it's everywhere in the news right now. Everywhere. Um, crazy fucking world, man. America is crazy. Any of you guys that actually live in America, how the fuck, man? Oh my god, Nigel Farage had a level-headed take on the situation. Holy shit. He actually said that it's not a thing about the left, it's a thing about everyone. And that we have to behave with responsibility, and there's a constant abuse of things from figures on the left just as much as the right, or the right just as much as the left. Rare. Why is there so many broken clocks right now? Why am I agreeing with people that I don't like? What's happening? Yeah, it's not looking good, man. It's all coming off. It's all coming out. Sonny, welcome back, brother. As a US citizen, this shit has been going on since the 70s. It's just like but done the UFC. Yeah, nearly dying. Yeah, exactly. The US is on fire. I know, man. I mean, that's the whole thing about guns and shit, but I ain't gonna get into that. Go on the second. I think he lost consciousness straight away, and then he probably just passed not long after that. Probably more right that I didn't like Charlie. Probably more right, but I didn't like Charlie. Interesting. Still very sad that he got shot. Yeah, I mean, no one deserves that, man. No one. Well, not everyone. Some people do. You know, but I'm talking like the obvious ones. No, not Nigel next, bro. That's crazy. I don't like him either, but I'm not asking for him to die. I know you're joking, but thing is, jokes like that, it's slippery slope, you know? I don't want to entertain it. It's a slippery slope. That's how shit like this just kind of happens, you know? People make jokes, and then some people actually do that shit, you know? Guns typically should be illegal. It wouldn't work in America. It would never work in America. In every other country, yes, and it's proven to have worked, but you couldn't do it in America. Yeah, you just couldn't. More regulation and shit, sure, but you can't make them illegal. Just because it's not possible. Bench Spirit, Candace should be worried. Yeah, I actually agree. I don't like them either. In fact, I really, really do not like Candace Owens because she peddles seriously dangerous shit. She's also stupid. She thinks the moon landing's fake. Along with the shit ton of other things. She thinks, is it Emmanuel Macron's wife is transgender? Along with a load of other batshit stuff. She's yeah, I've got not any good things to say about her. On top of her staunch defense of Andrew Tate, but you know, I don't know. I think deep down, Charlie Kirk probably didn't have. He wasn't trying to be a bad person. You know, that was what he might have. He was just very firm in what he believed in. You know, and that's far better than a lot of other people can say. In the sense of like, there are way worse people than him. You know, like Andrew Tate is a far worse person than Charlie Kirk is. Far worse. So, you know, because that man obviously does everything he does for his own gain. You know, he exploits everything possible for his own political gain and to curry favor with anybody, and he only cares about money. You know, like he's a way worse person in my opinion, but that's a different conversation. Person shot had to be a military trained because that was an average shot. I don't know the ins. Again, I'm not trained versed in guns and shit, man. So I don't really like Trump or any of American politicians, even though I'm close to them politically. That's interesting. Why is that? Happen in your state? Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It can happen anywhere, bro. How'd you feel about the UFC posting 3 boxing embeddeds? I'm not surprised, man. I don't really care, man. I mean, promoting sport is good. You need that. It's better than most of the companies do. Hell, UFC needs to do it more in general anyway. So, it views just like everyone else. That's not really my argument. Like, everyone has views, bro. Even the worst people in history, who I won't name just in case I get demonetized, have, had views. But it's more so about the mindset of the person. I think I'm more interested in what makes them a bad person. I don't think Charlie Kirk had any bad intentions. At the very least, he was talking. At the very least, he was communicating. At the minimum, bottom line, sort of silver lining, he was communicating with people he disagreed with. He wasn't, attacking them or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I might have hated 99% of the things he said and really disagreed with him. But you know what I mean? At least he was communicating. At the very least. So it's, I don't have any, I don't know. I very strongly dislike the guy. But I would never wish for that, so it sucks. Other people, there's a different conversation, but only in just situations, You're 31, how in 20 years you could have had different opinions? Yeah, exactly. That's a good point, actually, man. And that's not really, yeah, I mean, obviously it's all subjective anyway, in terms of what you believe, but... Bryce Mitchell's views, yeah, that guy is, Again, this might be controversial, but I just think he's stupid. Like, I think he has good intentions. He might be completely off the wall, but he has. I don't know. He has good. I don't. Does he have good intent? I don't fucking know. Bryce Mitchell's just. He's kind of an anomaly. I don't even know if we can include him in that discussion because he's mental. But I would not go fishing with Bryce Mitchell. Actually, you know what? I probably would because I'm actually just curious on him because he has such a strange array of beliefs in everything that I don't understand how you get to that point. I really don't. So I'm very curious on him. So maybe I would. I actually probably would. I agree, Ivar. I guess yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's true. I bet Zudi argue with one of his little videos. I doubt that, bro. I doubt that. It's always the most extreme people who do these things. So I disagree with him on most things, but at least he was just debating. Once shot gets fired left / right wing, this becomes relevant. Agreed. And I hate people like Elon Musk tweeting shit like the left is the party of murder literally minutes after he got shot. Like that's this shit like that is like people like Elon Musk. I despise, man. I really do. And because they're way worse people than guys like Charlie Kirk. I don't like Charlie Kirk, but Elon Musk is a far worse person than him because Elon Musk only wants for himself. You know, he doesn't want for anyone else to succeed or benefit, only himself. So it's crazy. It's wild, man. Explorer, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. It just divides people in more. Yeah, man. I'd speculate that's unconfirmed. I saw shit on that. That was rumored yesterday, and that was just misinformation bullshit. We'll see what comes out. Could be hypothetically, you don't know, but we don't know. And you know, misinformation after the shit that happened in our country with the Southport stuff. Misinformation is, you know, it can have a lot of consequences. So I'm not gonna say anything on that. We'll see, man. We'll see. It is, man. Turtles, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Bryce was raised by people who believe in the south of the US, then believe saying that rare. I know, but I think he's no he in his sort of archetype of beliefs aren't rare, but his general specific ones are. I think he's a little bit too extreme. Like I don't know, because I mean the reality is if you're not religious, that you can't really believe in such thing as, in my opinion, you can't believe in like objective morality. If you're religious, you can. I'm not. So I don't technically, there is no such thing as right or wrong. It's only opinions. It's only beliefs. And what we tend to sort of agree on as a society, you know? But in some people's eyes, one thing is going to be right, one thing's going to be wrong, even to the most extremes. So, taking a right to the school of us. Yeah. Makes me glad I live here. I'll put it that way. But yes, we have knife crime. Yes, it's a problem, but it's nowhere near as bad as what gun violence does to so many people in America. So. Sure, my man. So many things are happening in the world. I know Poland, Nepal. Just crazy, bro. All in a week, man. What the fuck? That woman getting stabbed on the bus. Fucking terrible. Mate, all of it. All of it's horrible. I low key, like even before yesterday, I was in a shit mood because I was thinking about how shit the world is. I was just like just chilling out and I was like, damn, world fucking sucks right now. And literally later that day or the next day, one of the two, this shit just happened. All the shit that went down yesterday. So mate, it's crazy. All in a fucking week, man. Yeah, Explorer's dumb. It's very stupid. Causes a shit ton of more problems and open ways too many cans of worms, and it's just grossly irresponsible. But I feel like that's the common sense one. Yeah, I do. I hate that guy. He's a grifter. He's switched up. I mean, he was dickhead before, but he doesn't believe anything he's saying. That's all. You can tell he's playing. He's playing the role. He's trying to clip farm. He's trying to, drive up controversy. He doesn't have an actual bone in his body. He has no backbone on anything. He climbs onto whatever topics. There's so many people. He's not the only person who does this, but they'll clamber onto whatever topic's relevant and run with it and try and make as much clippable moments as possible. You know, it's dumb. It's dumb. Like, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Dig. Exactly. He's been calling out Strickland for what? I mean, I don't need to explain what would happen if those two fought. fucking wild, man. It is wild. It's just fucked, bro. The whole thing's fucked. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't. Oh man, seeing people on both sides just like couldn't. Again, I'm not even trying to sit on the fence because I do sit on one side of the political spectrum, to an extent. But it's just like, it's just the amount of division shit like this causes. It's just depressing. Like you can just watch it. If you just sit back and take an objective view and just look, go on your Twitter timeline and just look, man. It's crazy the shit people come out with, man. It's fucking nuts. Like, what? I'm laughing because it's just like, what the fuck do we do now, bro? I don't know. I don't know, man. Trying to find any positives really, but it's not. There's not a lot. There's not a lot. Like I saw people getting mad because people had compassion for him, in the sense that like they were upset that he died, even though they disagree. People who disagreed with him massively, like me, but were upset that he died. And it's like I saw people criticizing those people. It's like there's so much more. So there's so much other shit you should be angry about. Do you know what I mean? You should be angry about the people who allow, these gun laws and shit like that, and stoke these flames, like Elon Musk, who stoked this shit and they blow up the problem rather than cooling it down. Trump as well for pinning it on one side on his fucking speech. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? It's just fucked up. Might be time to move into the woods. Honestly, yeah, bro. I was about to say I'd emigrate to Nepal and become a monk, but that's very poor timing with what's going on there right now. So I think the woods would have to do. I mean, I don't like Strickland, and I disagree with, as I said, Broken Clock. 90% of the shit he says is completely batshit and deranged. I'm sympathetic to his upbringing. That's about it. If you don't learn, you don't learn. Yeah, it's stupid, Specky, man. It's stupid. But anyway, let's move on from this for the second half of the stream. Let's just try and jump away from that because I don't want to talk about this for the whole stream. I said I'd talk about it a bit, and I think we've gone on about it a little bit too long. I am curious on what you're thinking in the combat sports world, if anything, man. Yeah, man. Let's on any topics any you guys want to chat about. It doesn't even have to be MMA. I don't really mind anything, guys. Boxing, mixed martial arts, games, anything you guys want. Let's just move on from the yeah, of course I would, bro, but I'm not going into that. Lopez versus John Silver. I picked it earlier. I'm going Lopez, but I'm torn, brother. I'm very torn. As I said, two guys who are so front-footed, who do hit so hard. It's tough, brother. It's tough. They both got the resumes to back it up. It's a great fight, really great fight, and I really hope Lopez gets it done. I like John Silver, but well, for the most part, I like him as a fighter. I'm not going to get into that kind of worms. We've done it before. Lopez, though, good dude. Clearly a solid dude. I'd like to see Lopez beat John Silver. I'd like to see Volk maybe rematch him or something. Either way, or he's going to fight Lerone. I think what might happen, I think Lerone Murphy might beat Volkanovski. Lopez might beat John Silver, and then we'll have Murphy Lopez for the belt. And then if Lopez somehow manages to win that, we'd get him versus Evloev in a rematch. Makes perfect sense. Shara versus Paolo is off. I didn't really, is it? I mean, I didn't really give a fuck about that fight anyway. I think they're both boring to watch. Who do you got winning the World Cup 26? Hopefully England, bro. I mean, I say it every time, and we tend to fuck it up, but so I think Tuchel might get it right. Would you go for war if you asked? No. Fuck no. We're not gonna do this. I'm not gonna. It's an interesting question, but not for now. We moved on. But no, I wouldn't. Fuck that. Unless I had no other choice. And I think you've always got a choice. So, Paolo used to be exciting. He hasn't been exciting since Adesanya beat the brakes off him. I'll put it that, like, genuinely. He's not been fun to watch since then. Anything before that? Go watch the Yoel Romero fight at what UFC event was it? Oh, I don't know. It's annoying me. I want to say 243. I want to say UFC. No, it couldn't have been 243. He was in the crowd then. Fuck. Oh no, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Oh, I don't know. This is annoying me. Let's have a look. Okay, my dogs are screaming their heads off. It was 241. I was right. Or did I say 243? Oh, I said 243. 241. Yeah. Call me Stipe 2. That was it. I knew it. I remember that card. Yeah, great fight. I mean, Costa's early run was nuts. Really nuts. Agreed, Dig. He does, man. I mean, he was I mean, obviously I'm a Chelsea fan, so I'm a little biased, but I was a big fan of his. Very sad when he left Chelsea. I would have followed that man to the end, and I'm gonna do the same as he does for our international team, man. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I mean, as I said, Paulo Costa though, fucking animal back in the day. I don't know. I think Costa, the Adesanya fight might have psychologically just done something to him because he's always been somewhat gun shy since. I mean, he's had a lot of losses, right? Let's have a look. I mean, he just got his first win in since Luke Rockhold, which is kind of crazy. First win in 3 years. I mean, to be fair, I mean, he's only lost to legit guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's lost to 3 champions and 1 contender. He lost to Adesanya. He lost to Vittori. He lost to Rob Whittaker and Sean Strickland. Like, there's no shade in losing him. He's just been inactive. That's the thing. I think that's the thing that's hurt him the most. Yeah, he took like nearly 2 years out, like a year and a half out, and then like another year after that. Like, he's only lost to the best. Oreo ice cream, I could fuck with that right now, man. I want some Oreo ice cream. He's only 34, so he's got a bit of time. He's got a bit of time. Thoughts on Ronda Rousey? I think she's overhated, but equally she doesn't help herself. I think both things can be true. I think Pala beats Izzy in a rematch. She'd be crazy motivated. I don't think so. I agree. Like, psychologically, I get that, but I don't think it would be enough. Even at this point in their careers. I mean, the win over Kopolov was good. I think Kopolov is a strong contender. You know, he's good. He knocked out Chris Curtis, you know. Lost to Fluffy, but he's a talented fighter. So I think that's a good win there. I mean, obviously the win over Rockhold I don't value that much, considering Luke Rockhold was very old and washed at that point. And obviously the high altitude was a big factor, but I mean, he's got some good wins. I mean, obviously beating Yoel Romero back then was crazy. Uriah Hall was a good win back then too. Johnny Hendricks was washed, so I don't count that. And to be fair, the rest of his record is pretty shit. But he had a quick run. What the fuck? It's kind of crazy. Izzy Sean too? Yeah, I'm interested. I don't really want Izzy to fight, to be honest with you, but if he is, I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all, man. Don't understand why Palin Strickland fought. Remember they made that 5 rounds? Can I just remind you at 302? They made that shit 5 rounds as a co-main. Holy fuck. Why? Who thought that was a good idea? Most boring fight I've ever seen in my life. No comment, Dig. No comment. I mean, no. I mean, she was an attractive woman, sure. I mean, I thought she was a good fighter too, but she was a product of her time, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, her style worked for when it was. It wouldn't work now, and that's fine. But you have to credit her for what she did at the time and what she did for the sport. More importantly, I think she's the most influential women's combat sports athlete ever. I think, really. I don't think that's hyperbole or hyperbolic to say. I think that's true, and I think she should be always recognized for that. Ruffy's future, get the wrestling rounds in. That's what he needs to do. What's that, Terexi, my man? How you doing? Good to see you again, brother. Welcome back. Welcome back. Sleek fighter that moves a lot as the powerful fighter that isn't as good at striking. Izzy said he will go to karate combat. I think that's a good place for him. I think he'd thrive there. Do you ever bet on fights? Yeah, I do. I do, man. Good to see OCB. I do, man. Here and there. Not that often. Only when the odds are interesting or I'm confident. Usually when I bet, I do okay because I bet rarely and I bet when I'm confident. Saying that literally just earlier on the stream, I put a tenner on Diego Lopez and David Martinez. Lopez, John Silva could go either way, but the odds on my app are too good to ignore, so I'm going for them. That's the only reason why. Normally I wouldn't do it because I can't decide on that fight, but I like the odds. So the odds are swung on my app. That's the only reason why. So there's good money there if it hits. Apologies. But yeah, I mean, listen, it's an interesting card. I mean, we got some good fights coming up, man. Speaking on a more positive side of things, we got some good shit coming up, so I'm looking forward to it. UFC Noche looks good. We got UFC 321. Very excited for that. Very excited. UFC 320 as well. I mean, 320 is a fucking great card. That main card. Can I just read this out to you? Abu Smagomedov versus Joe Pyfer. Fucking banger. Josh Emmett, Yusuf Salau is a fucking awesome fight. Fury versus Khalil Roundtree. I don't even need to say anything. Marab versus Corey Sandhagen. Awesome. And Ankalaev Pereira too, which is, of course, I mean, come on, man. You can't not be excited. You can't not be excited. And of course, as I said earlier, yeah, Canelo Crawford we got coming up. Oliveira Fiziev. Dorita Hernandez is interesting. I mean, 321's card kind of stinks. A lot. But, you know, that's... Wait, is that card up? My God, that sucks. They're just relying on Tom Aspinall gone to carry it, because... Boy, the rest of that card is fucking mid. Holy shit. But at least we got 320. It's stacked. And I like Tom Aspinall. He's my GOAT, so... you know. Boxing GOAT... But, oh, Bud. You mean, so yeah, Terence Crawford, the boxing GOAT, if he becomes the first ever 3-weight undisputed champion... I mean, I don't know. He's up there, isn't he? It's crazy, isn't it? There's so many. I mean, like, people, it feels like the other week we were talking about Usyk being one of the greatest of all time, which he is. I think he's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, if not the greatest heavyweight of all time. I mean, the thing is, he's more than that because he was undisputed at cruiserweight as well. And obviously, Crawford's done it at 2 weight classes as well, right? So it's, fuck, I don't know. I mean, you have to argue for Terence, don't you? He's never lost, man. I mean, I know undefeated records aren't valued as much in boxing because of the way matchmaking works. But, man, it's something, isn't it? It's something. If he, oh, mate, if he does it, I mean, shit. What do you say? I mean, what do you say? 41, it'll be 42-0. I mean, what an achievement it is as well. To move up again and beat Canelo there, I mean, crazy. Fucking crazy. I think he can do it. I'm picking Canelo, but that's just because I think the size advantage might be too much. But I like Crawford, man, a lot. I mean, he's fucking good, man, isn't he? He is. He is very good. It's just like elementary from the Errol Spence Jr. knockout. I was like, fuck. You know, I remember watching that. And the Mia Khan as well. I remember I was in an airport for some reason. I just remember that so vividly when that happened. I was like, holy fuck. And I went on Twitter and just had a look at it. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Love a fight when you make a bet. Makes it so much more exciting. Yeah, it also stresses you the fuck out. So I try not to bet too much because it can kill my enjoyment of the sport sometimes. I just like to enjoy fights for what they are. So it's a double-edged sword. Double-edged sword, man. Tom is also my GOAT, most dangerous man of all time. He's the most... I don't think anyone beats him in hand-to-hand combat in the world. He's the baddest man on the planet. Mike Tyson versus Mayweather is also happening, but it's exhibition boxing. Yeah, I don't even... That's a clown show. I don't even want to talk about that. Not even entertaining that. I hope that's fake news, man. Rab Corey be entertaining. I think so, too. I know exactly. You know, Sandhagen thrives in those scrambles. Obviously, it's Marab's world, too. That's what makes it so intriguing. Both these guys are so good in those quick-fire grappling moments. I'm so intrigued on what happens, man. And I love Corey, man. I love Corey to get the belt, but I'm also a big Marab fan, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, exactly, man. Jack, you're not wrong. Good to see you again, brother. I hope you're well. I agree. It's, yeah, big step up, man. But do you not think he's at legend status already? 2-weight undisputed champion? I think that's hard not to say so. I think it's like legend to godhood. Fighting godhood. I think it's a step up from what you're saying. I think he's already at the legend status. Prince Nassim, you talking about? Yeah, man. He was, his highlights are good. Check Stream Reacts, what you got for me? Show as my collar was tucked in and it's annoying. Matchmaking every main card. I'm in the way, but fuck it. Can I move myself? After UFC Paris. Imavov, Hamzat Shimaev. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Not exciting, though. Barao Whitaker. Yeah, sure. Sandani Chandler. I think that's a great fight. Rafael Fernandez. Yeah, that's a good one. He had a good performance against Hardwick. Modestus Bakauskas Menifield. No, I think Bakauskas deserves a... Is Menifield ranked? If he's ranked, then sure, but I think he deserves a step up if he's not. I think Bakauskas deserves a ranked opponent. Paul Craig retirement. Oh, well, yeah, we know that's happening, yeah. Mason Jones, Michael Johnson. Oof. That's a fight. Okay, Judoba. No, that's feeding... Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's a great fight. I think that's harsh on Doba. Solo Barboza, that's a sick fight, yeah. Reese McKee, Michael Chiesa, yeah, I like that too. Gomes Pitbull, yeah. Richarlo Brito, these are great fights. Brito, Richarlo is sick. I like Brito a lot. He's very talented. I like pretty much all of those, man. Legend of God is probably more. Yeah, I think so, man. Mate is a huge Kell Brook fan, so it was hilarious seeing Bud smoke him. Yeah, I mean, no shame in that, to be honest with you. I mean, losing to Terence Crawford, I'd rather lose to him than a lot of other people. Carl Frock, I fucking despise. Yeah, he knocked out 80,000. Yeah. I hate that guy. He believes in a flat earth, by the way. So I can't take anything seriously. Why does it say it's outdated? Are you serious? Can you try this one? I thought I... That's annoyed me. Okay, try this, man. Tell me if that works. Try that one. Let me know if that works. If it doesn't, tell me and I'll give you a new one. That should work. Racially motivated judo. That's true, man. Mythical fighter status. Why do you hate him? I say he's not very humble. He's just up his own ass. Yeah, I don't like him. Yeah, sure. He was, he did a lot of great things boxing wise. Far more than most people will. But I think he's a massive bellend. It really is as simple as that. I think he's a massive knobhead who believes in a flat earth and a lot of other bullshit. So, and I can't take anyone seriously who talks that highly and with that level, with that amount of confidence and superiority, yet thinks the earth is fucking flat. I'm sorry. Like, if you believe the earth is flat and you're humble, if that's even possible, then it's different. That's a different thing. I don't think you're stupid, but I won't despise you. People like him are stupid and they just don't deserve to talk. Reason Dover keeps losing is because he keeps getting... Yeah. Got you. Diabolical, bro. Diabolical. I feel so sorry for Drew Dover after that he got baited. He's like me, man. Getting baited to say the names. Probably just Simpleton. He said we have no proof it's a globe whilst using a phone via satellite talking to someone in America. Innit, man? Oh, it's fucking crazy. It's like, how do you come to that conclusion, man? How? I said earlier about wanting to pick the brains of people like Bryce Mitchell, who are so just wild and come to such wild takes. He's a flat earther too, by the way. And there's another example, right? Like, how do you come to that conclusion of flat earth? Like, how? I don't get it. I really don't. You must have some serious gaps in education to get to that conclusion. I just don't. How? I don't know. There's just, they say there's no evidence, but there just is. There's overwhelming, like, I really don't understand, man. I think what we know, what we've learned is that combat sports athletes are not the smartest people in the shed. They're not the sharpest tools in the shed. They aren't the smartest people. They're not the sharpest tools in the shed. They might be good at fighting, but they put, God put all their, if there's a God, he put all their skill points into the physical stats, not the mental ones. I'll put it that way. There are exceptions. There are some smart athletes to an extent. And now I say it, I can't think of one. So there you go. But here we are, I'm really trying to think of a combat sports athlete who's got his head screwed on. Mighty Mouse. Even then, even he comes out with some stupid shit. And I like DJ. So, like, GSP, you say that he believes he got abducted by aliens. And I believe in aliens. I don't think they've been to this planet, man. I don't think George St. Pierre got abducted by a UFO, man. Like, and I love GSP. But, man, like, that's crazy. It's crazy talk. Whitaker, yeah, I like Rob. Rob's pretty, yeah. Oh, I like Robert Whitaker. I like Rob a lot. I think he's got his head screwed on. Yeah, Joe Rogan is dumb as rocks, man. I'm sorry. Have you seen the shit he was talking about? My God, what an idiot. There's that clip, I know that clip getting thrown around I saw, but it was an old one of him and Bo Nickel. He had Bo Nickel on his podcast. And they were talking about a clip about like what Biden said some shit about airports in the Revolutionary War, but it was actually Trump who said it. And they were like, "Oh, well, he would have said it." And you're like, "What the fuck do you mean?" Good to see you, Astro. Thank you for the Whitaker correction. Even Khabib, he said Arman's a better striker than Ilya. I don't hate that take in the sense that Arman has more tools, Ilya, but it's not that hot of a take. I think it's wrong. I just don't think it's as big of a stretch as Thinking the Earth is flat. I think that's a far wider distinction to make. Rob said, I mean, these are fight predictions. MMA is unpredictable. You know, there's a big difference between that and believing the Earth is flat. So I can't back that. I think there's a lot worse opinions out there. Joe Rod cried correcting Ilya about Gaethje's grappling. Yeah. I think Ilya carried himself very well on that podcast. I watched that whole thing. I don't listen to Joe Rogan very often, especially not now. But I was curious on what Ilya, you know, seeing Ilya in a long form format, that it was in English, and he spoke very well. All around sure, but Ilya's boxing would absolutely knock KM on the feet. Agreed. I'm not falling for that rage bait. I thought Rob doesn't like Kai Kara. I doubt that, considering they're both from that similar part of the world. And a lot of those guys are, you know, not brothers in arms, but they back each other, you know. The Aussies and the Kiwis, they kind of, when it comes to MMA, they're quite interchangeable. You know, City Kickboxing and, what's it called? Why is my mind drawing a blank? Holy shit. Volk's Gym. Joe Lopez. What's Volk's Gym called? I know exactly what it looks like. I can tell you what the gym looks like. But my brain is just, I'm finding it. Freestyle fighting gym. That's it. Freestyle fighting gym, of course. Like, they're interchangeable. A lot of these guys train with each other, so it's. I doubt he would hate Kai Kara France. I think that would be a bit of a stretch. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. You guys always tend to know more than me when it comes to the MMA beefs and dramas and shit. So. Oh, yeah. There we go. Sorry, I literally just accidentally closed my Chrome tab for a minute. Khabib ducked Tony at 249. Did he? I'm not even getting into that. That fight was cursed. That's all I can say on Khabib versus Tony. It's a cursed fight. Gaethje's a wrestler, but his jiu-jitsu is nowhere near as good. I agree, but I don't think Ilya's... I mean, Ilya's got good jiu-jitsu. I take that back. His submission game is underrated. You know, before he joined the UFC, he was subbing everyone. God, I probably tried licking him with the hacker. Yeah, I do think the hacker's kind of cringe. I can't lie. I like it as a thing, as a concept. I think it's cool in rugby, but it is kind of cringe. It looks cringe. I'll put it that way. But it's cool to have that kind of thing in your culture. And to back it at the very as well. Sorry. Strange notification, that's all. Arman would make it look easy against Ilya. I would put my life on it. I don't think you can. Against a guy like Ilya, you can't. I don't doubt that he's got a good chance of winning. I think Arman is probably Ilya's toughest test, along with Makhachev. I think Arman is even harder than Makhachev stylistically. But man, I don't know. Arman's too hittable. Yeah, it's tricky, man. It's tricky. I don't think it's easy for either man. Navigation, it's literally nothing remotely interesting. Don't worry. Literally nothing. I wish I was a betting man. I would have made so much money. It just scrolled up, but sorry, my bad. I would have made so much money in Mother versus KO. Somehow Mother was the underdog. Yeah, I should have bet on that. I picked Imavov in that fight, I believe. I could be wrong. I don't even know what I picked, but Imavov striking I always thought was a lot cleaner. Kai Kara spams that thing everywhere. It looks cringe. Yeah, it's not great. No, it wasn't. It was literally from one of my... I'll tell you what it was. It was from one of my friends saying that they left a pair of rugby boots on my house, which I have no recollection of. So there you go. Not that exciting. Just interesting to me. Gamrot rock diamond on the feet. Yeah, MMA math doesn't work, though. It doesn't work. We know that. It doesn't. You would think he would make it look easy. I think that's crazy. I think the grappling is there for Arman. I really do. I think on the feet, you can't play that game against Ilya. He might be a more diverse striker, but Ilya's power, you cannot play with. You cannot, man. And I think the grappling, if Arman could win in the grappling, very feasibly, I think there's a good chance there. Ilya got messed up by Java. Exactly, man. MMF doesn't work, man. Everyone is hittable, you know? This is why I wouldn't want Arman to go into the striking exchanges if I was trying to get him to find a win, man, because it doesn't work. Ilya would find the chin. You can't risk that against a guy like that. So you fight smart. If you fight smart, you use the grappling advantage that you have and the size advantage that you have to win the fight. That's what Arman should do and probably could do. What's up, Wolf? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you for the last few minutes. How you doing, my man? Good to have you. Good to have you. Hamzat DDP. People don't think it's going to be easy for anyone, but when the fight happens, it's completely easy for one person. I don't know. I don't think the same sentiment was there for that, like to that extent. I think Hamzat always had, because of the way he fights, always had a good chance of dominating people. In fact, my initial gut feeling was that was going to happen, but I wanted to entertain a DDP win, and I picked against him so many times. So I regret picking DDP, but it was more so out of the love of the game and the passion. You know, Hamzat very much feasibly could have done what he went and gone and did. You know, that was a prediction that a lot of people made. And don't disrespect Jai Herbert, to be fair. You know, just going back on that. You know, underrated striker. I do remember Billy Mega Chippy. Brallo is the most overrated fighting nerd by a long shot. No, I think he's better than Ruffy and stuff like yeah, I think he's better than Ruffy. I think John Silver and then Prates are the two best. Then Barajo, then Ruffy. That's my opinion. I know that would have been. I know the DDP when he took the back, I shat myself. I was like, "Holy fuck!" So we got this last week. Yeah, we broke this down earlier, Wolf. I'm riding with Lopez just because the odds on him on my betting app are really stupidly strong. Like they're really high for him for some reason. His chances of winning, he's like 2.5 to 1 for some crazy reason. He should be an evens pick, I think. But if I gun to my head, like as an actual prediction, I couldn't tell you who wins, man. I don't know. Ruffy's an overrated. Everyone knows his grappling sucks. Now they do. I think people were riding were lost in the sauce a little bit too much. People pick so much on momentum, like we're out for Andres. I do think momentum is a big factor, though. Let's not get it twisted. I think momentum psychologically can have a big effect on how a fight plays out. But in terms of predictions, yeah, I agree. People tend to overestimate it a little bit too much. John Silver around 4K. I can see that. I mean, not that late. I think it'll be earlier, but we'll see. 36-year-old guy got signed with the UFC. Maldonado? I didn't know that. I mean, I saw Chanel Dyer. She lost, but she had a scrap. And she got signed. So I'm very excited to see her fight in the UFC. She's so talented. And I think is she younger than me? I think she might be. I could be wrong. How old is she? She's young. She's got plenty of time. She's 24. So she's literally just under a year older than me. Her pro MMA record's only 6-1. Like, she'll bounce back from this loss. Like, she's very, very talented. So, and her opponent's legit, man. Also, had a lot of talent on the regional scene. Like, she'll do well. Chanel will do well. So I'm glad she's in the UFC. I'm glad I saw a stat. It was like the first person who got a contract off a loss in like 2 or 3 years on Contender Series, which is kind of nuts when you think about it. So a lot of potential for her there. Yes, Becky, I agree. That's how I see it, man. Ruffy BSD this weekend, one with crazy hyper momentum and one with 0. I know, I agree. I was talking mostly in terms of predictions. I think people value it a lot more than it is. I do think it does matter. You're picking a case against it. Well, I think that's fair. That's fair. I was surprised how good Benoit Saint-Denis looked. I thought people were underestimating him, but I didn't think he'd be that good as he was. He looked very good, very, very much improved against a tough opponent. So we'll see. Jellyfish, my man, thank you. I know. Not a lot of people saw it. Thank you, brother. I'm proud of that piece of work. Again, I don't know when I'm going to be back on making main channel videos for a little while. It has been a while. The motivation's not there for me right now. And I don't think the market's there per se in a lot of capacity. But I'm enjoying making the games channel stuff right now. So that's what I'm working on. I'm still streaming. The streams that, of course, I enjoy. And the game stuff is full force right now. So not going anywhere on the platform. Just doing different stuff. That's all. Thoughts on Anti's win? Whose win? Am I being stupid? Whose win? I agree, Ivar, but TikTok fans are never right about anything. Money on BSD submission over 2.5. Nice. Wait, was it over 2.5? When was the sub? Round 3? Or was it in round 2? It was round 2. 2 minutes 56. Is that... Wait. Is that 2 minutes 56 into the round? So you just got it? Nice one. Nice one, man. If you did get the money, of course. Delijah versus Tybura. Oof. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. I mean, sure, you're beating Master Tybura. You know, tier 1 heavyweight gatekeeper. I don't, unless like I can watch a heavyweight fight for 5 seconds and realize and then I just think of if they have a chance of beating Tom Aspinall or not. And the answer is always no, a resounding no. And it's the same with this guy. Spaghetti Hoops Pool goes crazy. I can't lie, but I think that's a pretty stellar way to round off the stream. I've got to go and eat, and then I'm gonna go and probably maybe do a little bit of editing, or maybe I'm just gonna chill out. I don't know. I've recorded quite some stuff today. Pink, man, you're here as I leave, my boy. You're here as I leave. It's poor timing. Of course, stream is getting archived, so you can go watch the whole thing back if you wish. Of course, you're not obliged, but I'm here again on Sunday, so I'll be around soon. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, listening. Have a good morning, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world. Stay safe. Stay very much hydrated, of course, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good one, people.